Recording in SMP can be particularly stressful. Everyone's making cool bases, and I'm over here with this piece of crap. They've literally made this, and this, and this! You get the idea. I've been watching cartoons instead of working on a cool base, but that gave me an idea. I am going to create 3 cartoon houses in Minecraft. This is gonna be a pretty big build, so I have this plot of which I'm gonna build the first out of the 3 cartoon houses on, and I have just the idea to get these builds started. I'm gonna gather some podzol so I can create a street connecting all these houses to each other. The one thing that this path needs, though, is a way to get to it, so I was thinking, and I decided that making another portal would be a great start. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna use it to take my friends to the cartoon town. Everything looked good at the portal, so I left it alone. Until it, you know, randomly burned down in front of me. My leading theory is that a ghast blew it up somehow through the portal. I put that out of my mind and worked on my honeycomb farm. This is gonna be really important for wax copper. After some selective bee reading, I had over a stack of honeycomb to my name, which will very quickly become a double chest. But what about the houses? You might be asking. Well, I still needed quartz because one of the house's walls were comprised entirely of it. I'm doing this by eye, so I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna need, but I have a lot of resources gathered here so we can start. Let's craft some deep slate tiles. We're gonna need that for the left side of the building, which I'm gonna put right here. And for the entrance, I'm gonna put some supports like they have in the show. And then I can add the little side door and this like little column deck thing off to the side. I decided to use calcite and quartz for the walls to kind of texture it up a bit. And I'm gonna do this texture for the rest of the walls. One thing that's been worrying me is that I need to replicate the shape of the roof, which is very specific. Roof, 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 roof. And the infamous circular window of the owl house is done. But I still feel like something's missing. Oh, the chimney. Why did I build this so far away from the ocean? Watch me hit this sick trick and... Oh, I missed. Is it just me or is breaking this oddly relaxing, like ASMR or something? This is really boring. I may have accidentally gathered an Empire State Building sized amount of clay, but I don't really need to break all of it right now. Actually, wait, I'm gonna need all of it. And now bricks for my beautiful chimney. This isn't the chimney. And here's the actual chimney, which is gonna go over here, but I may wanna texture it with some granite later. Okay, I'm gonna finish up these walls and it's gonna be only a few seconds for you. So here we go. I think you get the picture. These mobs are really starting to annoy me. I'm gonna be honest, this interior is not accurate to the show. So instead, I'm gonna make my own interior. But first, we're gonna need some windows. I don't have mending on my shovel yet, so let's fix that up before I get more glass. And yeah, I have a stack of emerald ore laying around. Don't you? That should be enough. Mending books obtained. Actually, I could just buy the glass from here. Yeah, might as well. And now I have stained glass for the owl house. Let's see how quickly we can make this interior. 3, 2, 1, interior. I hope that was a good transition. And now for the house topper. This is like a weather vane or something. Wait, do I have any granite for the chimney? I'm gonna have to go get some. That didn't take too long. Let's clear it out. And it's all gone. Luckily, I've put it to good use with this chimney. Honestly, this is gonna look really good from below. And besides a couple of players griefing the house, I think that part's done. But I have one last thing to make, and that's the tower that's right here. Wait, how's it already done? Oh yeah, the massive jump cut. For now, we're gonna leave this empty, but I'm gonna use it for enchanting. And the next house is gonna be for farming. Don't AFK on the path, note taken. There's no better time than now to go to the mangrove swamp for some mud, since I do need it for my next build. So all this is now mine. Besides that, it's kind of crazy how much mud there is here. Is that all I need? Yeah, we should get out of here. I missed. And let's get out of here. And now that we're homeward bound, I need some wheat for packed mud. Never thought I'd be farming wheat for something other than bread, but I'm done. If my calculations are right, I'll have about 4 stacks. One thing I could be underestimating is how much oak logs I need. I know it looks like a lot, but this is gonna be a big build. So I guess we could just start. So this next house is gonna be from Amphibia. The best part is that it's a farm in the show and it'll be a farm for me. I just remembered I'm gonna need some moss. Is that a blue axolotl? I'm gonna kill this skeleton and then get you home. You're the first axolotl I've found on this server. I love you already. I think I'll name you Dry Bones. And you can live in the Amphibia house. So now with the base of the house completed, let's iron out some of the details. I underestimated how little cobblestone I have for this build, so I'm gonna gather some more. Dude, haste beacons are amazing. I can't imagine not having one. Ow. Now that I have all the cobblestone for the walls, I'm making this right here. And it's actually using a lot more mud blocks than I was anticipating, but it looks really good. And to make it feel connected with the land, I'm adding this little root system. And I'm gonna use this new 1.19 mangrove wood to make the roof. Personally, I love it. And I put some moss on top to give some texture. Side note, but I'm gonna trap this zombie villager. His name is Fred. And now for the final touches on the roof. There we go. But this is just the first layer. I need to get working on this little pond because in the show, there's a pond right next to the house. The moss is coming in really handy to make this look more natural. What? Wait. Bruh. Because I want to surprise all the members at the end of the video, I had to escort her out. But honestly, I don't blame her. The house is already looking kind of cool. It took me so long to make progress on this wall because of how complicated it was. So I'm gonna show you the best parts one by one. Making progress on the front of the house. I made this little protruding branch out of the house to hold the sign. This is really coming together quickly. And now I'm gonna build a little observatory on top of the house. Let's see how quickly I can build the observatory. Never gets old. At this rate, it's gonna be a late night for me. So there's this family logo on the side of the house, and I'm gonna make it right now. And done. All right. So this brings us one step closer to the house being finished. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this interior took me literally forever. First, I'm gonna work on the floor, then the supports, then the intruder, then furniture, a painting for good luck, and finishing up the top floor, and the last few roof blocks. And now for the finishing touches. And besides the interior, that's the entire house completed. And now we have only one more build to do, and I bet a lot of you will recognize it. But first, we're gonna need to gather some concrete for the roof. Looks like someone made a sign while I was gone. Cool. And we're back at the ocean, a familiar sight. We're gonna need a lot of gravel and sand, which looks like I got a lot of already. And it's gonna be gray concrete, so I need to find some dye. Luckily, I know someone I can borrow from. If I were her, where would I put gray dye? Okay, so I found some, but not enough. That'll do. I feel like a sneaky snitch right now. Let's get out of here. I have no time to waste. Hopefully this will give us a few stacks of concrete. Nice. I'm not gonna tell you what this build is immediately because I'm pretty sure you can guess it. It's 50% a gift shop, 50% a house, and 100% crazy. If you guessed Gravity Falls, you're correct. I'm making the Mystery Shack. I'm starting with the foundation because the entire house is a block above the ground. For me, this is the most important build because it allows me to tie in all the elements from the different areas and blend them together. I'm gonna use these oak logs for the door frame. Over half this house is gonna be reused materials, which means I don't need to gather more. I'm putting some windowsills down so I can put some stained glass on top, and it already looks like we're making some insane progress. I didn't feel that productive before starting this project, but now it just feels so much better getting something done. The roof is easily the biggest and most important part of the house. At the end, I'm gonna have to put the Mystery Shack sign on the side, just like in the show. I was so productive, in fact, that I got the entire roof done in just under an hour, which is a good thing because I now have only 24 hours to finish this entire build. That's when all my friends are gonna log on so I can show them what I've built. I just went to bed and it is now 16 hours left until my deadline, and I need to gather dye so I can finish the banners. I would have done this before, but yesterday squids just weren't spawning for me, so I had to ask the owner to fix it. Luckily, now I can get everything I need to finish the Mystery Shack. I am making the M right now. Now for the other 6 letters. Yay, fun. After 5 to 6 minutes, they're all done. Well, for the first line at least, there's a whole second one to be done. You don't want to know how I got here. Just a few more things and we're gonna be done with the house. Since Gravity Falls is in the woods, it's only fair that it has a campfire. Besides, I couldn't find any garden gnomes. Need a little roof over this patio. And to finalize the house, a weather vane. And that's all the house is done. But I still think I can add a little bit more. With a little bit of time I have left, I decided to remove my old farm. But unfortunately, that means I have to move all my animals. But first, I need to make somewhere to put them. And I'm on a limited time frame because there's only an hour left until the members come to check it out. I can't believe I'm so close to finishing this entire project. I've been at this for a while, and I hope the other members receive it well. Still have a little bit of time left. After this, all I need to do is show the cartoon houses off. Now just to get the animals in there. And the animals are now in there, moving on. It's finally time to show the builds off. My main goal today is to make them feel like I'm a worthy member of the server. So hopefully my builds will be able to prove that. All right, are you ready to check out the cartoon world? Over here is our sheep pen, and we also have llamas there for some reason. This is our first house, and this one's the owl house. We have the signature red trees and the house itself.
Is that an American thing?
It's a Disney show, keep up. So far, it looks like I've made a good first impression, but let's see what they think of the other houses. This is the amphibia house. Yeah, that's my axolotl dry bones.
Dry bones? Like Dry Bowser?
You could say something like that.
True, it's like if Mother Nature had a home, this is what I would imagine it would look like.
This one took me the longest out of all the houses.
There's a lot of detail, to be fair.
Holy shit, is that the house from the Amazing World of Gumball?
The mystery hack? What? There's no S.
S is upside down. Sorry,
Okay,
I misclicked.
okay, I'm sorry.
But now it was time to ask them a very important question. All right, Wenzo. Estelna, Ipaxiel, out of the 3, which one is your favorite?
Mystery hack.
Mystery Shack, really?
Yeah.
This one!
The amphibia
I like
house.
this one the most.
This one.
Nice. Would you say that my builds are worthy of being on this server?
Honestly, looking around, I'd say absolutely they're on par.
Okay, so after gaining the respect of all the members of the server, I finally felt like I had accomplished something good. That means I have only one last thing to do. Turn this entire place into my home.